So I took that position working for an owner operator, and we had a dedicated lane running automotive freight. And me and my brother, we teamed up in the truck, and we were running from Michigan to Laredo frequently, right? We had like I think we had a '05 Century is what we were driving. And man, with a Detroit engine, and we wore that thing out, man. We wore it out, 1,000,000+ miles, and we were chugging it like it was a brand new truck. And of course, when you run a team route like that, and it's automotive is like super relaxed. So we had time to, stop for our 34s and go to the house. I think his girlfriend was in Dallas. So we would have to split up. We were like, all right, bro, look, you drop me off at the house, and then you go on and solo at the Dallas, do your thing. But then since you going to Dallas, you got to go down Laredo, take care of that, drop and hook, and then catch me on your way back up, going to Michigan. And you'd be like, all right. So that's how we did that for a while. And unfortunately, we ended up in a situation where the owner operator that we were working for at the time had ran into some issues with the equipment, and it kind of put us out of work. So, of course, at this time, I did not want to be a fleet manager. I was not trying to be a fleet manager. I love what I did. I wanted to stay on the road and mind my own business, and stay out of the corporate environment. It really wasn't my thing. It really wasn't. Honestly, that's part of why I got into truck driving, is because I didn't want to deal with this. I didn't want to deal with management. I didn't want to deal with, corporate and the bureaucracy and politics. I didn't want to be a part of that. I just wanted to live my life. And, but as fate would have it, can't have everything you want. So I found myself in this situation, me and my brother. And so we put our heads together. Luckily, where the location where the truck broke down was in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we live in the Memphis hub. So I live in Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is literally a suburb of Memphis, Tennessee. So it's a tri-state area where, you go 5 miles west and you're in Arkansas. You cross the bridge to Mississippi, you're in Tennessee. And then you drive 10 miles south and you're in Mississippi. So this all mixed together, right? But it's all the Memphis hub. So anyway, I live in Memphis, Olive Branch, which is the Memphis hub. And we break down in Little Rock. And I can't remember what was wrong with the truck. I know the Century that we had, the rear end went out on her differentials. And that truck got parked for a while. I guess we burned the gears up. And I had told her, we took it in for a PM. And they wanted to change the gear oil. But it wasn't my money. So I'm not paying for it. But yeah, so we called her. She didn't do it. And rear end burned up. So that was the first truck. Then we had to sit down for a while. She went out and got a Kenworth. Great Kenworth. I loved it too. A studio sleeper Kenworth. So we got an upgrade. Had a cat motor in it. And we were running this thing. And something went out on that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was under the hood on that truck. And we were sitting in Little Rock, well, right outside of Little Rock. And, at that time we had to call a friend to come and get us. Cause it's like, we we're not staying out here. There's no hotels or anything. It was like a little shop there, but, and she didn't have a solution. And it was around the holidays. It was around the Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's time of year. So the last thing you want is, as a driver, is to be sitting in somebody's shop or something like that. So it's like, yeah, no, that's not for me. That's not for us. So we're going to go home and give you an opportunity to work this out, yada, yada, yada. So me and my brother, we sat back and we talked. It was like, of course, I had this brain and said the wrong words, right? The words I never wanted to say. It's like, you know what? Screw it. Let's call, what was that department called? Let's call the company, right? And just get our own trucks and we'll just do it ourselves. Because we wanted to keep the lane. It wasn't about the truck. It wasn't about being an owner. It wasn't all that stuff. It was literally, we had a sweet lane. It was automotive, right? And everybody knows that's a gravy train. You got regular scheduled home time. So we were like, all right. So we sat back, made the phone call, got checked out. Guy was like, okay, y'all looking good. Your reputation is immaculate. So, okay, we'll consider doing the deal. Said, we'll, come back in January and we'll talk. Now, mind you, this is like November. So we're like, okay, we have to not run out of money before January. So you can imagine what type of Christmas we had that year. I think this was 2014. Yeah, this was 2014. We did what we do. Like, all right, bro, look, we're going to play video games. We're going to stay in the house. We're going to stay low key, and we're going to just wait it out till January.